Hey guys and gals, we're on episode 3 of the revamping of this stinky little pile of a van. And our key here is to, of course, sell it when we're all done and make as much money as we can. And I got a lot of great tips for you on this. Every little detail matters when you're trying to get premium dollars out of a used vehicle. So stick with me here, because first thing I see that people are going to find is this right here. And I am not going to replace these seals. What I'm going to do is use the best silicone caulk, silicone glue that you can possibly use. And all you have to do with this stuff is put a little bit, and it's a mess. It's a messy stuff to deal with. But I just do this number. Like that. And you can put a little along this side here if you want to make sure it stays in place. But you get this on your hands, you're going to need lacquer thinner to get it off. And all I have to do is push that up in there like that. Then you can run a tiny little bead right here. Okay, I'll put this down. And of course I don't have my glasses with me, but that's okay, I can see. I can still see. I'm not that old. That'll take a preset right there, so I'll be all set there with that as far as taking a pre-hold, and then I can come back and do whatever I want with more of it. And I have more down here to do. This one here is completely falling apart. And what I'll do is I'll put some painter's tape on that plastic so I don't get it all, this stuff here all over it. And I'm gonna get a towel and wipe this off my hands. All right, well, these Scott towels, why I love them so much is because you can use them over and over and over again. Just if you get them wet, let them dry out and use them again. But this is what I'm talking about. That glue is so messy that once it gets on you, it stains your hands. And if you want it off there, you gotta wait till it comes off or use lacquer thinner. But we'll let that set up, and a couple hours it'll be beautiful, and it'll look good. And then we'll fix this one here, because like I said, every detail matters when you're doing this kind of thing. And now we're going to, I picked up a new blower, and this thing is bad to the bone. This thing is awesome, and I'm going to blow everything out. The doors have been open since the last video, since the very first video that you watched, to try to air this thing out. And we have our pre-cleaner in there still doing its job, but we're going to take this beast and blow it out. And another thing that I wanted to point out to you, just for fun, Julio got this for me, and it is a remote solar powered power station. And I like music when I'm working, and I can't keep plugging it in my phone, and I like to listen to Amazon Music, listen to my, plug my phone in and plug my speaker in there. So he got me that right there, and I thought that was really nice of him. And then come to find out, he borrowed the money from another employee, and then he's got to work that deal out. So I don't know, I thought it came out of his own pocket, but not. But that is really awesome, because I can plug all my stuff in out here. I don't have to keep looking for a plug-in to plug everything into it. And I said to myself, I will give this thing away if the buyer that comes here mentions that he's a hunter in any way, shape, or form. Because talk about power station for a deer camp, that would be awesome. So I'm going to give it away to the first person that comes here and says, yeah, I love to hunt, or anything about hunting, anything. I'm going to give it to him as part of the deal. We're going to get busy and blow this thing out quick. And the neat thing about this is it's got a turbo on it. Listen. This is a great way to get rid of all the dirt and loose stuff on the dash and the headliner. And just looking in there, it already looks better by not having all that dirt on it. And then when we put the Sweet Project Cars extractor to it, it'll really change it. But as you can see, my power station over there, I had music playing, but of course, you know, with copyright rules, I can't have Ted Nugent Stranglehold going at it right now, so.
Hey, Mike, where can all the tools be found?
Julio, he knows everything. Tell everybody where all the tools are located.
Buscar en el show más de la descripción del video para todas las herramientas.
Thanks, Bill. That's what he likes to be called now. I still call him Julio Cesar Chavez Rodriguez Jorge Johnson. But Bill, probably next week it'll be like Festus or something. I don't know. So, the nice thing about this blower as well, I can pop the hood, which I'll do. And now, again, this thing runs really rough, so I'm excited about figuring out what's wrong with it. That's going to be fun. But like you see this piece right here falling down, I can take and put silicone glue on that, the black stuff, wedge something up underneath it, and I can put it right along that edge right there. And I'll do that after the video's done, and I'll wedge something up under it, and that'll keep that up there because that looks hideous. So now I can do this number. And there's some, not sure if you can see it back there, but this insulation stuff that's coming down, we'll glue that back up in there. Tons of stuff to do. And here's another piece of that coming down. We'll glue that up with that black silicone as well. And it's the best. There's nothing better than that. Sweet Project Cars wants to say, make sure you plug in, subscribe so you can get and watch the transformation of this. As you know, we paid $2,100 for this. We're going to try to get 10 grand. Serious. I'm just kidding, but 9,900, okay? All right, so this up here is another thing I want to point out real quick before I end. You see how black and ugly, or how nasty that thing looks? We'll take that off, spray paint it black, clean all this up here, and put it back on. Every little detail will count. We're in no hurry to sell it. We're just going to do our best to make it run great and look great. Sweet Project Cars, out!